Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I was tagged by JBO Bushcraft to do a video on a series of knives. So that would be your most unusual knife, your favourite knives, and your most versatile knives. So, favourite knife for me, that'll always be difficult. I can never get it down to one, so I'll show you a couple for that and mention another one. Most versatile, I've tried to do a fixed blade and a folder, and unusual are just the most unusual I can find. So what I'll do, so you can see them better, I'll have the camera closer, because you don't really need to see me, you want to see the knives, don't you? Right, so for my most unusual knives, I've picked two folders. I couldn't really think of a unusual fixed blade, although I bet someone would be able to tell me. I've got some weird ones, but off the top of my head, looking through my box of knives, I couldn't find any what I would call unusual fixed blades, not ones that I haven't made myself anyway. So first one would be a Duke knife. I don't know how many people know about these. They're French. So it's a slip joint, all steel construction with a high carbon steel blade. Yeah, decent knives, and I bought that as a birthday present by my nephew. But yeah, you don't see people mention these very often. Slightly over the legal limit, sadly, but I think you can get a smaller version. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are reasonably unusual. So then, this is the really unusual one. Alright, look at the size of that. Now this was a gift from Black Forest Ghost on YouTube, Christmas present. I'd mentioned that I like the look of this, so he sent me it as a present. But yeah, just look at the size of that thing. So there's a 30cm ruler. Yeah, I love things like this, novelty, great big novelty knives. And it's quite a good quality knife as well. I've seen him do tests on this where he's cutting metal and stabbing things. And so this is by Magnum by Boker. I'm not sure the actual name, I'll try and find it, but you know these kind of knives. So yeah, it's a giant one of those. Yeah, very unusual, very sort of cool to look at, but also a working blade. So that's my unusual ones. To be honest, I have got more, but I thought I'd better keep it down to two. So favourite knives. Now this is where it gets difficult for me, because I could have a favourite folding knife, I could have a favourite homemade knife, I could have a favourite bought knife. It's never ending for me. I could have a favourite knife in Tanto, favourite knife in Dagger version. So it always comes down to three for me though. Commercial blades, let's say. So the Fairbairn Sights fighting knife, which I won't show you, you've seen it before. I do love that, but I suppose technically it's not really mine, it's actually my dad's, although I have it, it's his really. So we won't count that, but that probably is my favourite. It then comes down to these two, which is the Muella, or however you'd say it, Tactical Tanto, and the Magnum Dagger. So this one I got when I was on holiday quite a few years ago down Brighton, possibly Bournemouth, somewhere like that. It was a B anyway. Brighton, I think. So it is a Dagger. It was a very strange holiday. Everything was shit about the holiday apart from this knife. I've put a lanyard on it myself. I think it cost about 30 quid. But this has always been one of my favourites. Just look at that blade. Absolutely love blades that kind of shape. I do love daggers. But yeah, that's like a mini sword almost, isn't it? But everything has always been good on this knife. It's always never had any loose bits or anything. Full tang, you can see the tang there. Nice decent bit of wood. The sheath's reasonably good. You know, I put a leg tie on it, landed on the knife. But yeah, not bad. But I do love a good dagger, and that is a nice one. Let's get these open. I'll leave these open so you can see them while I'm showing the others. Right, so yeah, the dagger, and then we come to the Mule tactical knives, or however you say it, Muella tactical Tanto. Again, just look at the shape of that blade. Absolutely love that. Really good thickness on it as well. Really solid handle, and I've seen people take these handles off, and these have got a nice big tang in as well. I absolutely love this blade, look at it. I bet a lot of people don't understand. Anyone watching this would understand, but a lot of people don't understand when people say, oh, look at how beautiful that blade is. Just look at the shape of it and everything. I love it. That and that dagger, and as I said, the Fairbairn Sykes is a beautiful knife as well. But yeah, this is very comfortable. Would be a really good working blade if you had to. There's the size of it. So it's got a 7.5 inch blade. The dagger has a 7-inch blade. Yeah, very comfortable handle. These are hard to get. I think Jim was asking about these. I got this one absolutely years ago, and I can only find a place that does them with a black blade version now. Yeah, absolutely lovely knife. Sheath's alright, nothing special. You know, it's nice leather and it's still in good condition over all those years. I wish it just had a tab sticking out with a leg tie on it, and then it'd be perfect. Because this is one of those where it's tight. You have to hold the sheath to get the knife out. If you try to pull it like that, the blades, you know, where it's tight in it. So yeah, I suppose that's my two favourite knives. As you can tell, I've got a thing for fighting blades. I love the any of the sort of combat style blades. So then the last category was most versatile or useful. So again, this could come under loads of different knives depending on what you're using at the time, I suppose. But these two are my current, probably most used, most versatile knives. So the first one is this Seamer. I think it's just called Seamer fixed blade or something like that. You know what the Chinese and that are like with their names. It's either just numbers or something stupid like Seamer fixed blade. But it's a decent little knife. I did have to make my own Kydex insert for the sheath, because otherwise the knife would just wobble inside it. But for what it is, it's a good little versatile, usable knife. It's about the same size as a Mora. Nice comfortable handle. This bit here, you undo this string and that comes out, and that's actually a ferro rod, and it's got the cutout on the back ready to strike it. Has a decent edge on it. But yeah, it's an overall nice little workable knife, and it's good for what I want it for. You know, I don't do things like battening and stuff like that, but for just your general cutting and using a knife, this is about the size I need, and it works good. Sheath's got loads of different options. When we was down in the woods the other day, I ended up using this string to hang my jacket up. Yeah, with the Kydex insert, it holds it in properly now. And right now I've just got a lighter in there. It just gives you a couple more options when you're out. You know, if I forget my lighter, I've got a lighter, and let's say that lighter doesn't work, I've got a flint ferro rod on there anyway. So finally, probably my favourite sort of EDC knife is this little San Renmu. Again, this is for the most useful. What I like about these is the little guard bit. This is specially made. When you read about these knives, that guard, the guard is specially made on these to actually protect your finger. So if it ever folds, it hits your finger first. But you can get these in different blade shapes, and they've got a lot of thought out features on them. Has dual thumb studs, jimping on the back, pocket clip in the position I like it. I don't like the tip down carry or whatever it be. That's tip. No, that is tip down. Tip down is how I like it, because for some reason if the clip's this way, all I ever do is like feel it when I'm holding the knife. When the clip's there, I don't tend to notice it. But it's a decent little size and has some good features. So you've got a glass breaker with a proper tungsten steel tip, and then you've got the Phillips screwdriver, gutting hook, flathead screwdriver and bottle opener. The only thing I would like on it is a tin opener. But yeah, it's an overall nice working little folder. Well thought out knives really, I quite like those, but the best feature on them is that guard to protect your fingers. Right, so that was my most unusual, favourite and versatile knives. So the people I'm going to tag are Weapons and Stuff 93, XRAY ZULU, WS94 and Bob the Metal Guy. So you don't have to join in if you don't want to or if you haven't got time, but if you can, yeah, join in and then tag some people yourself as well to keep it carrying on. I must admit, I always enjoy a tag video. I wish people did them more often. Years ago, about 8 years ago, tagging and video responses was a thing. It was really widespread and really good fun, because you could even do a thing where you could actually do a response video that would actually appear underneath the person's video when you did it. It was really good thing, but yeah, people sort of took advantage of it, and then they got rid of it, sadly. So yeah, please join in. Feel free to join in, anyone who's watching this. If you do join in though, let me know so I can watch it, because I may not know otherwise. Yeah, so don't forget to join in Jim's free knife challenge, and yeah, I hope to see your unusual, favourite and useful, versatile knives. So, right, cheers Jim, by the way, I appreciate that. That's good. I enjoyed watching your video and your brother showing his knife at the end. Yeah, he's a good laugh, your brother. He likes to mess around, doesn't he? Right, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later. Before you leave, if you ever wanted to support this channel, you can now via Patreon or by shopping at Amazon.com and Gearbest. There's more info below if you need that. Remember, if you want to get full notifications for this channel, click the bell, and I'll see you later. Cheers.